All right, if you're watching this video, you are probably a kitchen or bathroom remodeler that are looking to scale your business and take it to the next level. So in this video, I'm going to break down why follow-up matters and how you can train your sales team on closing more follow-ups. So I'm going to give you tactical resources that you can hand over to your team or use yourself to basically squeeze more money out of the pipeline and thereby be more profitable with your marketing. So let's just dive right in. So first thing is like understanding the fundamental of why follow-up matters. So let's be realistic. Not every homeowner you meet with is going to sign a contract during the first in-home consultation. In fact, the majority they won't. On average, 30% to 40% of homeowners are ready to buy in the first visit. This is factoring in that it's like cold traffic from ads, lead aggregators, etc., etc. 25 to 35% will never buy. They're just kicking tires. And 25 to 35% are interested, qualified, and undecided. The final group is where most money is made or lost. So if you're not following up, you're leaving revenue on the table, you're letting warm leads go cold, and you're handing deals to competitors who are willing to stay present. So follow-ups is not optional. It's where professionals separate themselves from amateurs. So the biggest follow-up mistake, which is burning the bridge. So here's where most sales reps go wrong. They push too hard in the first appointment, they get emotionally attached to closing, and they apply pressure without leadership. And when the homeowner doesn't buy, the rep gets frustrated, becomes awkward, packs up, and leaves. And the bridge is now burned. And once that happens, the homeowner won't take your calls, open your emails, or trust you again. So the real question becomes, how do you maintain urgency without destroying trust? So the two-step follow-up foundation. The first step is to handle objections the right way. So your pressure must come from moral authority and not desperation. And that means you believe in your solution, you know it improves their life, and you're honest if it's not a great fit for them. And you're just not pushing to make the sale for the sake of making it. You're advocating for what you know is best for them. And that distinction matters. So the second step is rebuild rapport after the door is closed. So even if the homeowner doesn't buy, spend a few extra minutes with them, offer real advice, answer questions honestly, and set up a follow-up touch point. Do not rush out, withdraw emotionally, or treat it like a failure. Because a professional always leaves the door open, especially with remodels. It's a larger investment. You know, if they're not going to pull the trigger now, they'll definitely come back to you if they're going to do it in the future. Then we have the next thing, which is creating intrinsic motivation to follow up. So a strong follow-up system is not just about CRMs, automation, tech sequences. These are tools. What actually drives follow-up is belief. So your team must believe the homeowner is worse off without your solution. Following up is an act of service, not annoyance. And leadership means staying present. So, how do you build that culture in the team? Number one is set high expectations. Missing goals without follow ups should be unacceptable. Create projections that require follow up. If goals can be hit without follow up won't happen. So, you need to set higher expectations for the team. Also, align personal goal with company goals. So show your team how closing more deals impact their income, improves their family's life, and creates long-term security. Because when belief is strong, follow-up becomes automatic. And that's also why, like, every time we hire a new employee inside my marketing company, we always create like a client profile with their goals. Because when their vision fits into the company's vision, that's where all of the incentives are aligned and their performance is way better, especially when they're closers working on a performance based model. So, bringing it all together, a strong follow up strategy looks like this: maximize one appointment closes, never let someone off the hook easily, don't burn the bridge when they don't buy, leave them feeling respected and supported, send a reoffer within 2 to 4 weeks, and use leadership based follow up. Stay present until they buy or clearly opt out. All right. So that's kind of the fundamentals. The next thing then is the hot list. So what is the hot list? The hot list is a simple but powerful follow-up tool designed to help you close more deals and make more money. So it's a list of non-negotiable follow-ups, homeowners you must contact every single day until a decision is made. Every single day is probably an over exaggeration, but just like in the beginning, it's probably a good idea, and then you can spread it out to more like every other week, etc., etc. So these are homeowners who had a full consultation, they were qualified, but they did not close on the spot. They might have needed time to think, been waiting on financing, or needed to align with a spouse. So these are hot leads, and they deserve consistent leadership. So why does the hot list matter? If a follow-up isn't dialed in, you're losing 10 to 30% of potential closes. And that's not theory, that's revenue. So the truth is simple. The money is made in the follow-up, and the hot list is where that money lives. So what are the hot list rules? So every sales rep who wants consultation must have their own hot list sheet. Every consultation that doesn't close immediately goes onto this hot list. The hot list contains leads you intend to close within 30 to 90 days, I would say, and the warm list contains leads you intend to close within 30 plus days. Referrals should be tracked separately, but also on a sheet. So, how to use this list? You make a copy of the sheet here, and then you can put in the lead type, the status of the lead, the contact URL, the last objection, the amount, the last follow-up, and the next follow-up, and notes. And then you have the warm list here as well, where you can lock in, people that should be closing further down the line, and also you can put in referrals as well. All right, so that is the first part of the hot list. Also, accountability is important. So this is for owners and managers. Review this hot list weekly. Hold reps accountable for daily activity, notes quality, and follow-up consistency. And for sales professional, your hot list is not busy work. It is your income tracker, your priority list, and your fastest path to hitting your goals. So the reps who earn the most are the reps who follow up the best. All right, next thing is a reoffer. So a reoffer is a follow-up offer made 1 to 4 weeks after the initial in-home consultation. 1 second. Okay, so its only purpose is to re-engage the homeowner and get them back on the phone or back into your showroom. So think of it like fishing. You don't drag the boat to the fish, you put the bait in front of them. So the reoffer is your bait. And the more consistent and intentional you are with reoffers, the stronger your follow-up pipeline becomes. So a reoffer is not random. A good reoffer is directly tied to the objection they gave you during the consultation. So it's too expensive. Reoffer could focus on financing, payment options, or restructuring investment. Number two, I'm not sure this will work for us. Reoffer focuses on proof, guarantees, or case studies. So you could send over some work that you're out on a job site right now. You could record a video. You could send pictures. Hey, we're just out of the kitchen right now. It looks pretty familiar to the one you have. Just wanted to show you kind of the work we're doing here, etc., etc. We would love to transform your kitchen. All right. We're worried about the mess and disruption. Reoffer focuses on the process, timelines, cleanliness, or limited impact installation. So a reoffer doesn't change who you are, it reframes what matters most to them. So here are the key reoffer rules. Send it through text and email. So meet homeowners where they already communicate. Keep it open-ended. Do not dump all the details up front because your goal is a micro commitment, not a full decision. You just want to kind of give them as much so you can get them back on the phone, and then from there you can pitch it. Personalize it. So reference something specific they said in the consultation, because a generic message will get ignored where a personal one will get responses. So here's like an example. Price objection. Hey John, quick note, we're testing something new this week that could allow you to get a kitchen you want with a much lower monthly payment. I remember you mentioning the upfront investment was a concern. So when this came up, I thought of you. Want me to send you some more info? If they say sure, you call them up straight away and you go for the pitch. All right, common reoffer misconceptions. I'll just reoffer instead of closing in the first appointment. No, obviously always go for the one appointment close. The reoffer is a safety net, it's not a crutch. Number two, I shouldn't bring up the objection again. Wrong. If you know your solution is right for them, address the elephant in the room and avoid it kills deals. The reoffer is about closing the sale. No, the only goal of a reoffer is to restart the conversation, regain momentum, or re-establish clear leadership. Closing comes later. So, the reoffer is not a discount strategy, a pressure tactic, a last-ditch effort. A reoffer is a leadership move, a relevance check, and a way to stay present. It keeps your name, value, and authority alive while other contractors disappear. So this is where follow-up turns into predictable revenue. All right, that is everything on this masterclass on follow-up. If you want us to help you with generating more appointments that you can then close, then feel free to click the link below. Also, the whole sales module, not only the follow-up, but also our sales process from working with billion-dollar companies from A to Z is inside our program where we are helping remodelers with growing their business from 1 to 2 million all the way up to 20, 30, 50, 100 million. So feel free to click the link below and schedule a free consultation, and then we can see if we are a fit. All right, bye bye.